Hey guys, Opal here, and today I'm going to be building a Glade of Trust village, and I just used this little corner here, and I'm using the Bowles Library and that purple cottage. I was going to use Lady Tremaine's house in this particular build, but I've decided that I'm going to put her to the side and maybe do a different build including her. I still do really want to put her in the Glade of Trust though. I'm just using the Dreamlight trees, and I'm using 3 of them. I think they give a really nice vibe to the build. I'm also using the Wally Garden because I think the Glade of Trust is the perfect place to put it. I think it just blends in really nicely and doesn't look too out of place like it can in some other biomes. And for the pathing, I'm just using this pathing that we get in the expansion pass, and I think it looks really cool in the space, and I think it really complements the trees. I've kind of half decorated my valley so far. I just have some of the beach, the Forgotten Lands. I haven't decorated the Frosted Heights, but I've basically done all the other builds. Oh, apart from the Sunlit Plateau, I just teared that down. I had previously built a Lion King biome, but I've decided that I'm going to move it over to Eternity Isle just to fill out some of the space over there, since we have so many different biomes in there. There's a lot more space to put it. So I just pathed to that area there, and that's where I'm going to continue and hopefully put Lady Tremaine's house. And for the foliage, I'm just going for some of the Forgotten Lands, bushes, and then some Glade of Trust ferns and bushes. I also use those butterfly flowers. I think they look really good. Sometimes when you use them in the other biomes, they look a little bit off and you kind of have to hide them, but since they're made for this biome, I obviously had to use them. And now I'm just going to start lining the path, and I use the Glade of Trust rocks, and I just rotate these every second rock just to make them look a little bit more natural, because I don't really like the look of them when they're all facing the same direction. I would really love if we just got a path that was naturally curved, but I still do really like the look of the rocks lining the border of the pathing. I'm kind of struggling with what else I want to put in this this biome. There's not really any houses or premium shop houses that I think will fit or that I haven't used yet. I do want to do like a fairy core kind of biome, but I'm thinking of doing that in Eternity Isle. Now I'm just going in with some of the clusters of rocks because I realized that a lot of my fishing spots weren't accessible. And then I'm just looking for some items and foliage that I can add around to fill out the space. I end up going with a little bit of a fountain area with some trees and shrubs around the purple cottage, and I think it turned out pretty good in the end. And then I'm just using the bright green maple trees because I think these look so good at night with our Dreamlight trees. Here I put the white picket fence, but I go in and change this to that ancient fence that we get in the Eternity Isle. It's the middle one that we get that honestly looks quite ugly, but you can do this trick where if you place them just one by one, they don't get that jaggedy look, so they look just like metal pipes kind of. And then I add these butterfly flowers and the water lilies. I love how the water lilies look, especially in this biome since it's constantly dark and dreary. And then I add some of the wild tangled lilies just around, and I think they really complement the other foliage that we have in this biome. Here's where I start going in and really filling up the space with items, so I just use some of the barrels, flower pots, the bike, really just the staples that I use in most of my builds. And then just adding some of the wooden lampposts that you can craft. And then for some reason the game decided to delete my trees, so I'm just replacing these here. And then I just add a bit of a picnic area, pretty simple, just a table with some barrels, foliage and flowers around. I also use quite a lot of the thorns because I think they look really good in this build, especially this biome. And I just love how the butterfly flowers really match the ground in this biome. This is where I go and I do that trick where you just place under 3 at a time and it makes the fence into a straight fence instead of those big middle things sticking out. And then I'm just adjusting and placing more items where I can fit them and where they look good. Here's the final walkthrough, and of course I had to show it at night. I just think it looks so beautiful at night time with all the lights and colors. I really love how this turned out, especially with the 2 bluey purpley cottages. And of course all the fishing areas are accessible. And here's a little bit of a brighter view of the build. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.